earthquakes. What's the latest in Silicon Valley?
So, something very unique happened in the last 5, 6 days. That a guy from China went to the best universities in China, then worked for Baidu, and then came to LA. He's been living in LA for 15 years, and then he launched his startup. And his startup is called Rabbit. It's a small device which looks like it's a small rectangular device. What you can do is you can say, there's a button on the side, you press it, and you say, book me a Uber to San Francisco airport. And what the device does is कि वो large language model AI उसको सुन रहा है, उसको transcribe कर रहा है. The AI model is figuring out कि अच्छा मैं if I open the Uber app and I click and then I'm able to book this, and it does it all in the background. माने वो तुमको Uber की screen भी नहीं दिखाता. It does everything and it says okay, your car has been booked, it will arrive here in 10 minutes or something. And then you say कि तो मैंने so the phone, instead of having icons for apps that you then click key and then you open it up and then you do something with it, it has changed into your phone just being just a blank slate on which you can do things. So for example, अगर मुझे मिक्स को टेक्स्ट भेजना है तो अभी मुझे क्या करना पड़ता है, मुझे व्हाट्सएप खोलना पड़ता है, फिर मिक्स का नाम टच करना पड़ता है, फिर मैं टेक्स्ट लिखना चाहता हूँ. So that's all mechanics, right? WhatsApp खोलना, मिक्स का नाम टच करना, that's all mechanics. Because what my mind wants to do is to say कि अबे साले क्या कर रहा है, रात को 4 बज गए, अभी ऑनलाइन का दिखा रहा है, तो सो जा, फिर छोड़ जाएगी नहीं तो बट नाउ what अगर वो डिवाइस होगी तो आई कैन एक्चुअली जस्ट स्टार्ट टाइपिंग है कि अबे साले क्या कर रहा है, रात के 4 बज गए, सो जा, बीवी छोड़ जाएगी. एंड it figures out that okay, it's probably a message to Mix because he's been having this contextual conversation with him. It figures out that I'm sending these messages to you on WhatsApp, and I hit send, and it sends that message. So I think
So have you
I
stress
think
tested this? Have you stress tested this
no,
in the
I
sense
have
that
not
you
stressed.
if you tried texting me कि सो जा, रात को क्या कर रहा है? How how sure are you it will come to me and not go to one of your junior colleagues? So
Yeah, no, I think this device just got launched. And it's a $199 device. There is no subscription fee, so they kept it very affordable. And 10,000 copies got ordered, and then they ran out of stock. And I wasn't one of those to be able to order it. So my experience is from what I've seen on their website and the general excitement I've seen in Palo Alto talking about this, people talking about this Rabbit device that. कि हम लोग ने पहले एपिसोड में एआई को लेके बहुत बातें करी थी और बातें करी थी कि एआई कैसे हमारी वर्ल्ड को चेंज करेगा. तो मेरे फादर को बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है मुझे मैसेजिंग करने में, क्योंकि उनका ही इज अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ ट्रेम्बल इन हिज हैंड्स नाउ. तो फोन में व्हाट्सएप खोजना, मेरा नाम खोजना, फिर कुछ टाइप करना. सो टू हैव समथिंग की विच इज जस्ट अ ब्लैंक स्क्रीन and he can do things with it. I think will be something positive for my father. So uh, I am optimistic about not ऐसा नहीं कि मैं रैबिट डिवाइस के बारे में ऑप्टिमिस्टिक हूँ, बट आई एम ऑप्टिमिस्टिक अबाउट कि डिवाइसेस लाइक दिस विल चेंज कि माने AI will change हम लोग कैसे interact करते हैं अपनी with things around us. I'm trying to bring it up on my screen. Yeah. So the device looks like this, and in the initial 10,000 units have already run out. And you literally just talk to this rabbit and have him do things like book me Uber, order me some food, play some music. You don't have to open Spotify to play music. You just tell the AI figures out in the background कि अच्छा ये YouTube Premium का सब्सक्राइबर है, इसको YouTube Premium पे गाना चलाना है या Spotify पे चलाना है. तो a lot of the mechanics that we used to do or that we still have to do, those mechanics go away. And I think उससे भी बड़ी बात है, ये जो बंदा है, think about this. He's the founder of this company. चाइना का है, एजुकेशन सारी चाइना की है, first generation immigrant to the US. So it's the immigrant story being repeated. So I think it also helped me again realize the role that America plays in attracting immigrants and then giving them an open field to run in.
Interesting, very interesting technology, and there's so many advancements that have been happening to make lives easier, as you said, for people. Recently, there was a lot of news uh, about the device which kind of translates hand movements into voice uh, for the people who are impaired with respect to voice. It's something which could have potentially be thought about much earlier because it has been around for so long, but somehow never did. And
Yes.
I think there's always a time for things to come out, and sometimes I know there's been a lot of these technologies around. I also think that much of that has because of OpenAI and the other LLM models, which have gotten more efficient on speech to text, text to speech, and so on. That the end usability for this is now coming up much better, much better. But Vix, while you were talking, I just Google searched. So Rabbit R1 is expected to be launched. Um, God, what a timely thing! Because the Independent um has got this article about the Rabbit R1 launch in the UK just 3 hours ago. So you're giving us some very latest information. Apparently, it's 159 pounds, which is not that cheap, not that expensive. Just depends on how well. Um, it reminds me. Do people want one more device? I mean, I know you showed I had four screens, but then that's all kept in one place. Do you want to carry around so many screens, so many devices the same time? What do people nowadays carry? Most people do have a cell phone, right? So that's a screen. Many of us carry either a laptop or a tablet when we go around, or both, uh, with us. You've got your headphones or earplugs, um, and then sundry other devices that you might have out of your personal preference. But these are the four or five almost regular must have devices that people take along with them. Do you want to add one more, or do you want to incorporate some of these features into your existing device? That's my question.
That's a very good question, Mix, and I think uh, मैं yesterday evening मेरे घर से वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस में है स्टैनफोर्ड हैज दिस कॉफी शॉप कॉल्ड कोहो COHO तो कॉफी हाउस सो वहाँ बैठा था मैं अपने दोस्तों के संग कल रात को और हम लोग यही डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि यार एक और डिवाइस इट वुडंट बी बेटर इफ इट वाज जस्ट एन ऐप ऑन द फोन सो आई थिंक the good thing about capitalism is that there'll be thousands of experiments that will be run, and of that, some experiment will succeed. And capitalism allows you to run those quick experiments. And the density of talent in Silicon Valley allows you to run those experiments.